Hi, this is Ofori, the digital reader, and my first bonus DRM-free EPUB seller of this month is Honford Star. Honford Star, they don't have a ton of books, but I really feel like this is a site that I'm going to keep an eye on as it grows. You can see from their blurb, translated literature from East Asia. Honford Star is committed to bridging literary worlds celebrating the richness of East Asian literature. Our goal is to respect the authenticity and diversity of these narratives, bringing them to a global audience through collaborative partnerships with skilled translators and designers. So these are books that have been heretofore unread in the English language. So they don't have a huge catalog right now, but this is one definitely to keep an eye on to see if the catalog grows, because the stories that they do have look very interesting. I'll show you what I mean. Right now they have Japanese books, Korean books, a couple Chinese books, and some books from Taiwan. And these are a mixture of different things. Some classic literature, some horror, some science fiction. So looking at these subjects, I'll just kind of take a brief look at them so you can kind of get an idea of the kind of things that they're putting out. Minsu, an anthropology student researching shamanistic rituals and the mudangs who perform them, has dismissed the supernatural her whole life. To her, mudangs are performers skilled at pleasing researchers. But as she gets deeper into her research, she's afflicted with a mysterious shinbyong, a holy sickness unique to Korea, causing her to start losing her mind. In her desperation, she turns to a real mudang, but will she find salvation for her affliction, or will she be driven further into her madness? Let's take a look at another one. Let's go with this one. Akira, a meticulous editor at a major publishing house in Tokyo, harbors a secret. He lives with Kahuru, a Hungarian-made love doll. Each night he speaks to her and finds a long-sought solace in her presence, a comfort he cannot attain even in the arms of a real woman in his life. Things only improve when Kohuru breaks free from her role as a love doll and starts speaking and moving on her own, transformed into the perfect wife. Reading this, it feels like it has a lot of Deus Machina feel to it, where when they say the perfect wife, they really mean in parentheses, because things obviously change and she goes from perfect wife to too perfect. Sounds like an interesting subject. The last one I'm going to show you is the one that I'm going to be picking up, is Simishigure, and forgive my pronunciation. When his father is accused of rebellion and forced to commit seppuku, it falls to Maki Bunshiro to protect his family's house from future retribution. Training as a samurai, Bunshiro must hone his skills with the sword and make powerful allies among the elders of the domain if he hopes to survive. As he is navigating clan politics, the object of his youthful affection, Fuku, becomes the mistress of the lord of the domain. When Fuku and her child become the key to the future of the domain, Bunshiro is forced to choose between what his lord commands and his childhood love. This sounds pretty cool, old school samurai shogun-y stuff, so this is the one that I'm going to be interested in. Of course, we're only interested in ebooks. It's $8.99. I can pay with PayPal, but although I can pay with PayPal, they do have more payment options. So you can pay with a credit card, no problem. You can also pay with Google Pay. But of course, I'm going to pay with PayPal. And on Honford Star, as soon as I've paid, it gives me the option to download my files. And it's going to do it as an EPUB. It's finished downloading. Here's the book, Simishigure. I'm just going to get the author's name. You know how I love to correctly name my books. So I'm just going to jump back to Honford Star. Go to their books. And Shuhei Fujisawa. I'll go ahead, and add that information. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the book to my caliber. There it is. This book probably does not have any metadata I'll be able to find, but I'm still going to check. Oh, okay. It actually does have metadata. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. Curious to see if there's covers or anywhere else. Boom, there you go. Got my metadata, have a nice cover. I'm going to go ahead and save OK to that. And so that the cover will be in the book, I'm going to go ahead and convert this to EPUB. And you'll see I have the EPUB with the new cover and info, and then the original EPUB. Get out of here. So that's Honford Star. Right now, they only have 26 books, but a lot of those books are very interesting. And remember, they're going to be picking books that are the more popular books to translate first. So they're probably going to be the ones that are going to be interesting and diverse as far as their flavors. So if you like this and you give it your business, then they'll know that this is something we all like, and they'll put more effort into it, and hopefully this site will grow. So this is Ofori, the digital reader, and keep reading.